every time you speak, people are making a decision. They're deciding whether you are someone to trust or someone they can just ignore. When you open your mouth, you're not just sharing thoughts, you're signaling competence, confidence, clarity, and also leadership. If your words feel scattered, rushed, or unsure, people won't tell you. They won't say a word. They will just stop taking you seriously. These 8 behaviors will help you become more concise at work, more grounded in difficult conversation, and also more powerful in any group setting. Number 1 is to stop over-explaining. I do a lot that I used to. So you can have the best ideas in the room, but if you can't communicate them clearly, someone with a weaker idea but stronger delivery will lead the room instead of you. Over-explaining is one of the easiest ways to signal insecurity. So not because your idea is bad, not at all, but because your delivery suggests you don't trust your own point. And I know I'm not the only one. Most women over-explain because silence feels uncomfortable, or maybe because we want to make sure no one misunderstands us, which happens a lot with women, unfortunately. Or because we're hoping the other person will validate us with a certain look or reaction. But here's what actually happens. The more you talk, the less impact your words have. Intelligent people rarely say the most. They say the necessary. So what helped me break this habit in learning to think before speaking? Not for long, for 2 seconds. Just enough to ask myself, and it will work as well with you, what is the next sentence this person needs to walk away with, to remember of what I have to say and what I want to communicate. And that's the first. So let the rest support it. When you reduce the noise and lead with clarity, please stop hearing you as unsure and start hearing you as powerful. It's a set of mind as well. Number 2 is feeling silence because you just feel like it's awkward. And trust me, it's not your fault. It's mainly because most women learn from childhood that silence equals tension and tension must be fixed. So we rush to fill every gap with words, explanation, details, anything to ease the discomfort. Please note that silence is not a threat. Silence is authority. Every powerful communicator knows how to pause, how to let a sentence breathe, how to let the word carry weight without rushing to soften them. So when you feel silence too quickly, you signal that you are waiting for approval. You're hoping the other person will nod so you can relax. People respect the woman who can speak and then stop. I got a little exercise for you. Next time you say something super important, pause for 2 seconds. It will feel long to you. It won't feel long to them, but it will make you sound grounded, self-assured, and definitely intentional. Number 3 is starting with apologies or disclaimers. For example, I'm sorry, but this might sound stupid, but... Or maybe you say something like, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this well, but... Or another one as well, this is probably a silly idea, but... You see? So every time you start with an apology, you shrink your authority. Every time you soften your voice before your idea, you tend to train the people to tune you out. So you don't need a permission slip to speak with confidence. You don't need to earn the right to finish a sentence without apologizing for it. Just remove the unnecessary softness. Say what you mean. Say it cleanly. And remember this, men speak to heard. Women often speak to be accepted. And you need to shift your intention. You don't need acceptance to deliver value. You need clarity. And clarity begins when you stop apologizing for existing in the conversation. Number 4 is thinking out loud instead of thinking first. So many women speak while they're still forming their thought. They talk their way towards clarity instead of pausing to create clarity. So what happened is totally predictable. They sound scattered, unfocused, and unsure. So thinking at light might feel productive, but it dilutes your authority. And a leader doesn't ramble toward a point, not at all. She just arrives at it. So before you speak, give yourself a moment to think internally. Organize the idea, find the headline, and then you deliver it. Let me share with you the little habit that changed absolutely everything, and it did help me a lot when I started speaking in public. Pause, formulate, and then speak. It's not about being perfect. It's about letting your mind settle before your mouth opens. The next point is, I'm so guilty at this one, is speaking too fast. And I'm going to add as well, especially when you have a strong accent or you think like in 4 or 5 different languages in your mind and you have to switch to the people you talk to. It happens to me last night. And I'm like, wow, I was speaking Indonesian with my friend who was on my left, and then in English to my friend who was on the right. And sometimes I'm thinking in French, what a surprise. So I tend to speak very fast. If I speak French to another French person, in French obviously, but French people speak extremely fast. But I notice if I speak too fast, I tend to swallow my words, and with on top of that, my strong accent, people do not understand every word I said, which is terrible. So speed is insecurity, because this is what happens when you speak quickly. You're signaling that you don't fully believe what you're saying, or you want to get away of this conversation quick, or the phrase, or you're rushing before someone can interrupt, disagree, or question you. You see? So confident people take their time. They let each sentence land. They don't sprint toward the end of their thoughts like they're trying to escape it. Because your pace communicates more than your words, you understand? So slow speech or normal speech tells people that you expect to be heard. People are going to pay more attention. Someone with a fast speech tells people you're hoping to survive the conversation. So please, it's a real exercise, but it does work. Take your pace down by 15%. You will instantly sound more confident, more controlled, and also more trustworthy. People listen differently when they feel you are taking your time to speak. Trust me, I don't speak like that in real life. I speak much faster, but in front of the camera, I have to make an effort. The number 6 is rambling. Oh, if you have ADHD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Rambling happens when you want the reaction more than a message. You keep talking because you're waiting for signs that you're being understood or appreciated. And that means as well you want reassurance that your idea is totally valid, or you keep adding just one more thing. But the problem with rambling, obviously, is every extra sentence weakens the main point, your point. And powerful communication is clean. It has edges. It doesn't try to wrap idea in more ideas. It lands and then it ends. So try to do this instead. Make your point, stop talking. Very hard, I know, for the people who talk a lot. Let them respond. You don't need to decorate your thoughts with endless explanation. One sharp idea is stronger than 7 diluted ones. The number 7 is a shy body language. So you can speak like you are a leader, but if your body looks nervous, people will believe your body and not what you say. So they will see maybe the fidgeting fingers, maybe the shifting feet, that will be for me, the hair adjusting, the restless posture, and your words will definitely lose authority so instantly. People trust grounded energy. So they trust someone who stands tall, keep the gesture intentional, and maintains a steady tone. You do not need to dominate the room physically. You simply need to hold yourself with self-respect. And think about someone deeply confident. How do they sit? How do they hold their shoulders? How do they look at people when they speak? Straight in the eyes, I can tell you. And you can mirror this type of energy because your body is part of your message. Make sure it supports your words instead of contradicting them. The next one is asking permission instead of taking space. And I know this one, let me know in the comment section, is one of the most common behavior among women, shrinking their voice before they even begin. For example, you will say, or I will say, can I just add something? Or is it okay if I say this? Or maybe another one, I'm sure you can relate. I'm not sure if this is fitting. So stop asking to exist in a conversation, period. You know, authority is something someone hands you. Authority is something you step into through behavior. If you want for permission to speak like a leader, someone less capable will take the space when you were qualified for. So say your point with calm and confidence. Enter the discussion like you belong, not like you just asking for a seat and want to disappear. People follow the woman who sounds confident. Be that woman. Articulate your thoughts with intention, and people will treat like the women you always been capable of becoming. If you like this video, give a like and subscribe. Thank you, and more video to come.